Hello students, Miss Stevens here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just a video announcement to kind of cover two things that are going to be critical to earning the most points possible on your research paper. The first thing this video announcement is going to cover is where to find helpful materials for your research paper. And the second thing we're going to cover today is how to turn in your assignment both to the main submission zone and to the safe assignment zone. The only way to earn credit on this assignment is to submit a copy to both zones, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, where to find some helpful materials on your research paper. Now, you may have seen from my email that I am giving you an extension on our research paper. The reason for that, if we go ahead and look at our calendar, turn in research paper before Wednesday, February 5th, so you're getting almost a full week extension on your research paper. The reason for that is because I've been out sick the last few days and I had a lot of things I wanted to post for you that were going to help, and I was unable to do so. So we have an extension, and again, your paper is now due February 5th by midnight. And if you've already submitted your assignment, I've noticed, great job. I do want you to resubmit after looking at the helpful materials I'm going to post for you that are posted today. So our first thing, where to find some helpful materials for your paper. If you come over here on Blackboard and see Lesson Help, go ahead and get there. I'll wait. Are you there? Great. So on Lesson Help, you're going to click on Unit 5 Research Paper. And I have posted several different files that give you a bigger, clearer picture of what you need to have completed for your research paper. Now, the very first one is the rubric. Rubrics are definitely helpful in making sure that you're meeting expectations. And go ahead and use this rubric like a checklist. So you open it up, you look at the different columns and expectations, and you want to take that rubric, look at your research paper, and revise your research paper based on that rubric. If you have any questions on that rubric, shoot me an email or give me a phone call. I'm definitely here to help you. The next file that you have here is how to write a works cited page. Now, you've probably heard the term works cited page, bibliography. All that matters is that you are having a wonderful works cited page that has all your sources attributed so that you avoid getting dinged for plagiarism. Now, plagiarism is taking any other person's idea or taking their words without giving them credit. And you can actually still be plagiarizing even if you cited a source. Want to make sure that you've really studied that in your K-12 materials, and definitely use this PDF to kind of go into more depth. You can see it tells you how to do the MLA in-text citations, what they need to look like, maybe you have some different types of sources, and then finally what it looks like in final form. Be really careful if you're relying on auto-generated works cited websites. They are often incorrect, so make sure that you are making your own works cited page using the guidelines in your class. Now, the next handy thing here is the template maker. If you're feeling stuck on maybe where you're going and what you're working on, a template maker is a great resource to help you kind of outline your paper. So you can come in here, you can start with your introduction and background, type in your thesis statement, and then continue on to your paper. So this Roman numeral 2 here could serve as your second body paragraph with a topic sentence, how you're supporting it, and what evidence you have there. And it continues on and on. If you have questions on how to use the outline, please email me. But use this if you're not sure if you're really organizing your paper, or if you have a great rough draft and you want to make sure that you're heading into a solid final draft. The next document here in our Unit 5 research paper tools is thesis statements versus topic sentences. We've gone over thesis statements in depth. You have your other helper here. But if you're still feeling a little uncertain, make sure you visit this PowerPoint and walk through it. It's going to help you outline thesis statements versus topic sentences, how they're similar, and which ones are used in the best way. Keep in mind that your thesis statement should always appear, now your thesis statement should always appear as the last sentence in your introduction. If you're having trouble with thesis statements, make sure you email me so I can help. And then finally, there's a revising and editing your paper checklist. And you know that your lesson walks you through how to revise your paper, but this is just a little bit more specific, a little more extra help for you as you are finishing your paper and making sure you're earning as many points as possible. So open up this Word document, this .rtf, and use it as a guide in your revision. If you have any questions on any of these files, please let me know. But make sure you're definitely using, if nothing else, the research rubric to make sure that your paper is going to earn as many points as possible. So we've covered our first topic in the video announcement, what tools you have in Research 5, in the Unit 5 research paper. Now let's make sure that you are turning in your assignment correctly. So we're going to go to the assignment turn-in, and you will notice that you have the main assignment zone, research paper, and then you have this green check mark. This is the safe assignment. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to submit your final draft and your rough draft to the main submission zone. Now make sure that you have a heading, a title, your paper is double spaced, you have a 12-point font. I want to make sure everyone's using New Times Roman, and your paper has a final polished works cited page. You're going to come in here, and you've done this before, you're going to click the assignment zone, you're going to browse your computer, and what I'm showing you right now is that you're actually able to upload several assignments in one submission. So make sure that when you're doing this, you're not creating several submissions. So I'm going to click on my rough draft, and you can see I've labeled it with my last name, underscore, research, underscore, rough. Make sure you're following the same pattern. I'm going to click open, and you can see it's attached. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to attach my final draft as one package. So make sure you're not doing multiple submissions, but that you're doing a package in one submission. So once those are attached, I'm going to click submit, and it will give me confirmation this assignment is complete, and I can see it down here in my submission history that it came through. I'm going to click OK, and now I'm going to submit my final draft to SafeAssign. SafeAssign does two things. The first thing it does is it makes sure that you are using appropriate source citations and that you're using them correctly. The second thing it does is it checks for plagiarism. If you have any questions on what plagiarism is or how it looks in a paper, please email me so I can help. So click on View Complete, and this is going to look very similar to the other submission zone. Make sure you're in the SafeAssign area. We're going to scroll down, click Browse, and I am only turning in the final draft here, not the rough draft, just the final. Go ahead and attach it, click I agree, and then hit submit. And SafeAssign is going to take a minute to make sure it's updated. If you get this error message, make sure that your SafeAssign is the right format. We'll try it one more time and see if it processes. Gonna wait, and it took it that time. So if you get an error message, just be consistent and persistent. Go ahead and submit it again. And once you turn it in, you can double check that it went through by viewing your SafeAssign. And you can see that I already have a SafeAssign report, and it says 0% matching. Your number is actually going to be much higher. So don't freak out if you see that your paper is matching 60%. That just means that you have a lot of sources. What will happen is if you have a lot of sources and they are not attributed, that would be a problem. So I'll have another video on how to read your SafeAssign report, but feel free to come and check it when it's uploaded. The report does take some time to process, so don't be surprised if you come back in and it's not ready for you yet. All right, so we have gone over how to turn in your research paper and how to submit your paper to SafeAssign. We covered where all the materials are that can help you in this paper, and we discussed the new due date for your paper, which is, drumroll, February 5th at midnight. It's about a week extension, so you have lots of time to have people look at your paper, have me look at your paper, double check your thesis statements, and get any help that you require. Hope you're having a wonderful day. If